Hello everybody, I'm Andres and I'm in Graz, Austria for the edition 2011 of the World Summit Youth Award. Our organization, the Global Experience, will be awarded today here in the category Creative Culture. Here we can find 18 different projects and we will get to know them all. Let's go.
The World Summit Youth Award is an activity globally to invite young people to do what they do best, which is to use the internet and the mobile and to think critically and act in their own neighborhood and in their own local area. And we connect that they use internet and mobile with their wishes to change the world to something very, very global and very public and very political, which is the achievement of the Millennium Development Goals. It's the first time in human history that the global community, all member states of the United Nations, have set themselves a clear target, benchmarked progress towards changing the world for the better. Changing the world in terms of eliminating extreme poverty and hunger, reducing the levels of disease, making sure that maternal health is actually a priority in all countries, that child mortality is reduced, that all children who are born are actually having access to education from the 6th year on to the 14th year, and that they can live in an environment which is safe, sound and sustainable globally and not threatened by environmental disasters. That we have broken down into 5 categories of fight poverty, hunger and disease, education for all, power to women, create your culture and go green. And because young people are actually using internet and mobile also to communicate with each other very much, we added a 6th category, pursue truth. We need young people to look at the reality, to act on this reality and to link it up to the global agenda of the MDGs.
The World Summit Award is about the local e-content in each and every country and society, and I do strongly believe in the importance of the content because it's about the information that matters to each individual on this planet. If the information is not relevant to you, then why would you care? So the most important thing is not the gadget, it's not the connectivity, although they are very important as an infrastructure. But if you are enabled with the infrastructure, what are you going to do online? Having a nice, valuable, useful content that relates to you is the most important thing. Whether it's online or any digital media format, it does matter to everyone, and this is why I fully support any project that falls within that.
We are living through a new age. It's the digital revolution or the digital age. That age has a wonderful promise to benefit everyone on Earth, whether that's through education, through medical breakthroughs, through the environment, transportation. So it has a tremendous benefit. However, that promise of the digital age is not guaranteed. But the young people that are coming up to take over the controls of the societies, the political offices, the technologies as well, they have a responsibility to make sure that this age, unlike other ages before it, really fulfills the promise so that everyone benefits from it.
The World Summit Youth Awards event is extremely important because it allows young people who are creative and therefore who are, in my opinion, leaders in the digital community to come together and really exchange ideas. All of them are high flyers. They've already achieved something. and they come together from their different countries and contexts to share ideas and to also explore how technology can solve concrete problems as set out in the Millennium Development Goals. This is not a theoretical meeting. It isn't a talk, tweet meeting. It is a very practical meeting of people who have actually implemented solutions.
Being in this summit is something that one has to experience once, to see the energy of these young people. It's fantastic. But on the other side, here is a possibility of changing the world, that you don't need millions and millions. A bright brain, a computer, good ideas, and then functions like this that can actually bring it into the world are fantastic.
No, I think we see a substantial shift in the way people use media. It used to be a very top-down communication enterprise. People would be just talked to, couldn't give feedback. Now you see, with the new technologies coming up, there's more opportunity for people to raise their own voices, to be heard, not just to be a passive audience. And I think there's a lot of tools available that allow us to communicate amongst ourselves. And I think also it allows journalists to talk to their audience and get feedback from them and do joint projects. And also I believe what we see is traditional media has been very much focused on scandals and obvious things like celebrities and things like this. And I think a lot of responsible people are believing that we should go more for a substantial approach to cover topics that deserve more time, more length in the newspapers, more time on television, that are not focused on the drama, but they're more focused on solutions. And this is just an early stage of things, but I'm quite optimistic that we will see much more of this, more crowdsourcing, more citizen engagement, more bilateral communication, more ecosystems around topics that are not being run by the media.
When we talk about education today, however, that also means that technology is a crucial part. Using technology effectively in the classroom, that is making the difference. At the end of the day, however, technology is just a tool. When it comes to creative solutions, it's really about the people, the teachers in the classroom to make this environment happen, the students that drive projects, driving innovation, and of course collaboratively, and then of course communities that are picking those projects up and driving this to a new scale. When I was talking to the students here at this wonderful event, seeing the projects they were driving in collaborative problem solving, developing creative ideas, coming up with solutions you have not even thought of, then I'm very confident that the future is looking beautiful, because they will shape it. It's not that we just predict them. It is that they will shape, that they will create the future, that they will invent the future. And with this commitment, we have a wonderful chance to work this together.
Well, tonight we saw the enormous opportunities of the internet if we direct our energy in the right way. Internet as such, all the social media, they don't have much value as such. We have to give them value and direction. We need to define what are we doing it for and who for. And this evening showed enormous passion and participation and initiatives and involvement to resolve some of the biggest problems we are having today. And if we continue like this, I'm sure that we will contribute to making this world a more participatory, more equal, more just place.
The World Summit Youth Award is an amazing opportunity, and I think that the most important thing is not that the people are actually winning an award. I think the most important opportunity is that they're all here and they're all networking and they're all taking something away from here, an idea, inspiration, innovation. They're learning about new tools, they're learning about new ideas, they're sharing, they're collaborating, and I think that's the most wonderful thing. And I know that each and every one of the winners will go away and create an even more amazing project, or enhance their project, or do something with their project. And if you talk to winners in the past years, they've gone from, let's say, 20,000 viewers or readers in a month to 2 million readers in a month, and that's a huge jump. And I know that the World Summit Youth Award is a catalyst, and it creates these opportunities for the people who win and who definitely also deserve to win, because their projects are absolutely amazing. And to me, I'm so happy that I can be a judge, because each and every year it's an inspiration, and I really cherish the time that I have as a judge to go through all the projects. And I can tell you there are so many projects that did not win that were absolutely amazing as well. And I've seen them, and I know that they will succeed regardless of whether they won or not. Thank you.